sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's the Monday conclusion to what's been an amazing Super Wild Card weekend, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Carolina Panthers. Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't know how to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play,
and he cannot get away, and Young will go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier again. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Panthers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Byron Young there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. This is caught by McMillan. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line.
13 yards on the play. And the Panthers.
Young is set to throw. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing, and now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose, or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9 at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Stafford. That is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
First down.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And credit Chris Barnes rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford looking left side and has got him in. That's Adams. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
A 6-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Stafford. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3. Maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
The good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3. Again, it's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
And the Rams, 1st down. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down.
Here's Stafford. The left side throw complete to Adams. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Davante Adams. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Now Stafford. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Williams is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will make it 6-0. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 4
yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Young now. He'll drop that down to Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Young from the shotgun. Got a man. That's Leggett. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 3rd and 9 here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Young. And the Rams got it. They bring it down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. (6-0) our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Rams 1st down. A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Rams.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up second and 2.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now it's Stafford. Pass complete there to McCoy. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That's another Rams first down. It's a gain of
Stafford
6.
now to throw.
And the Rams first down.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Here now, 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Touchdown! Colby Parkinson, a 5-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Young to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now here's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
In punt formation for Carolina.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And they'll get him down at as he's inside the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the Panthers' 41-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10.
Now Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again, it's Stafford. Looking middle, and that's complete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And room to run as he's on past the 35-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
Throwing,
36
Young. And that's caught inside the 35. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we go to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Stafford. That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Rams, first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Los Angeles.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This is 2nd and 8. Stafford looks to throw again. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Young will set to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
While the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Young. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. It'll be Young again. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
2nd and 4.
To throw, Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Young. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Again, it's Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Young. And that will clock down now to 13 seconds.
On fourth down on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Williams. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The busy night continues for Williams.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hansen with our
look at the NFL.
Scott.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 64 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action. Stafford.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Puka Nakua
From 19 yards away.
And the Rams continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
From 5 yards further back, the extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29.
Carolina
getting set to take the field. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
He was brought down by Jacoby Durant. It's a gain of 2.
Third down, Young from the gun. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
And the Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new and work there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Tackle made back at his own 49.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to throw now. Young. That one complete to Ligon. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
That's a gain of 8.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
Here we go on fourth down. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Stafford now to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. Here's third and 7.
Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 7.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Young off the bootleg. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Young to throw it.
36-yard line.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
That's a gain of 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run here with Dalvin. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 32.
That's another Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Young to throw it. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Second and a yard. At the Rams, 19-yard.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down. First and 10.
Here is Young. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here's a second and 8.
Second and 8 at the 12-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the shotgun, it's Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts this lead down to 13. A 10-play drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Throwing is Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Stafford. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Rams first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
There's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Rams first down.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Back to throw, Stafford. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 38.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And the ball is knocked out. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And down inside the 15 he goes. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now it's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell from 4 yards out. And the Rams have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Panthers first down.
Now here's Young. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Throwing, Young. This is caught by McMillan. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. It'll be a loss of 7 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 17.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 17. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Here's Young from the shotgun. To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Young will set to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. It'll be Young again. Got a man. That's Liggett. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Still brings up 3rd down.
Young takes it on the sneak. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen the guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
A gain of 7. And the Rams 1st down.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Got his man, it's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the 50, Stafford. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
A gain of 12 brings up 2nd down.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts.
A 6-yard pickup.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Stafford. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Intended for 2-2 at one. Incomplete. Covered by J.C. Horn.
Now Stafford. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding. Offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete as well. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Young.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Young. full incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Emmanuel Forbes on the
Now Young. And this one is incomplete.
intended for Tommy Tremble.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
It's desperation time. Young on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes third down and 7. Here's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
First and 10 at the 29.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.